Sure. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Catherine Eid, and my film that is being presented here is called A Spring for Ali.
Okay, would you tell us about the inspiration for your movie?
Absolutely. The film is a short documentary, and I grew up always hearing the stories that my father told me about Lebanon. He came to the States in the 70s, and I was born in America. And specifically, the story of Ali, my father's grandfather. He was a very mythical figure in all the stories that my father shared. And when we came to Lebanon together, we were unable to find the place where he was buried. And because of the pain that we experienced in being unable to find his resting place, it inspired the documentary A Spring for Ali.
So, was it your first time in Lebanon when you came to film your documentary?
I had come one time in 2008, and so it had been about 12 years since my first trip, and it was definitely my first time here with a camera. I had just learned the art of cinematography, was studying film, and had the opportunity to come back with my camera, so that was a really rich experience for me.
Did you experience any difficulties during the shooting of the documentary?
I did, yes. Firstly, I am still new to filmmaking, so this was my first the first documentary that I made. So I was still figuring out all the technical pieces, storytelling, learning how to follow the story in the moment. We also, once we decided to create a sabil for Ali, there were many interesting challenges. I didn't know how to go about doing this. I don't speak the language, so this was a big barrier. But fortunately, the people of Lebanon and my family in the north were incredibly supportive, and so these barriers were short-lived.
Do you hope or expect for your documentary to leave an impact on any certain like type of people in Lebanon or like internationally?
That's a beautiful question. I think the most surprising thing of all in creating this documentary was that in the end, I had no idea. I thought I was making a film about ancestry and a film about family stories. But what I found in the editing process, surprisingly, was that we were making a film also about nature and about the environment, and specifically about picking up trash. This was a surprise. We cleaned up this spring in the north, and this was a group effort, something that was really supported by my family, and everyone chipped in. And I hope that the impact is on, firstly, the people who were there with me at the spring and cleaning up the trash. I think we all learned something together about the idea that even if we weren't the ones who left the trash there, we can still be a part of the solution and a part of the group who can do something about it now. And if this message is portrayed in the film, then I think we've done a good thing.
Have you showed or played your movie to any of your international friends? Did you get any interactions from people who's not from Lebanon?
Yes. The first place the film showed was at the Arab American Museum in Dearborn, Michigan in the United States at their film festival, and this was such a beautiful honor to be received by the Arab American community. And this film is also shown in the Seattle Film Festival and the Cedar Rapids Film Festival, but it really is an extra special thing to have it shown here in Lebanon. And in a couple of days when it shows, it'll be the first time that it's being shown to my family here in Lebanon. So they're all coming to watch, and this is extra special.
Getting excited for you. So, okay. So, what made you participate in the? I mean, obviously to screen your movie in Lebanon, but other than that, why did you choose the Lebanese Independent Film Festival?
Well, of course,
and choose
because
us?
of its reputation, and I'm just incredibly grateful to have to be connected to the arts in Beirut. Just walking around down here, my father and I have been so inspired. We went to the Beirut Arts Center and up to the rooftop. I feel deeply honored to be connected to other artists here in Lebanon, and I'm mostly looking forward to making these connections like we're making right now, to be connected to other artists and people who support film, and thank you for having me.
We're so happy to have you. And one last question is, how satisfied are you from the outcome that you had from your movie, or so far? We're still having more success.
Well, I think the main thing is that this is a process and a path to walk, and I feel like the steps that we've made with this first film are wonderful, and what it's done is it's set me up to be prepared for what's next. So the next film that we're working on is a project also taking place in the north, near Tripoli in Deir Ammar. And the women who worked on the spring came together to begin cleaning up a garden space in Deir Ammar. And this next story will be about the women in Lebanon and about my grandmother, who had a very heroic, very secret, very interesting life story. And so I'm going to weave in more ancestry with nature. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to have a film under my belt so that we can step forward with a little more confidence next time.
We're so happy that you're still connected to your roots after all, and we're so excited to see your movie on Sunday. We wish you best of luck